I'm Deanna.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Maggie.
And you're watching Word of Mouth.
Nature, making things grow, burning inside you, making you want to grow into something else, till you're joined with it, and it's young, but it owns you too, and makes you grow bigger, like a tree, like the elms.
Today I saw Desire Under the Elms by Eugene O'Neill.
Desire Under the Elms takes place on a farm in New England at the time of the gold rush, the California gold rush.
There's a father, 3 sons, and the father is a widower for the 2nd time.
They find out that he had gone somewhere, found a girl, and gotten married. So now he's on to, I guess, wife number 3. And so that kind of sets up the play about the father coming home and bringing the wife to meet the kids.
She sees the farm as the home she has never had. And in the first scene that she's there, she lies down and embraces the table. She is so genuinely delighted to have her own home. The 2 older boys leave. They're going to California to seek gold and their fortune. And they leave the farm with the father, his new bride, who is a very young, voluptuous woman, and the son, whose hormones are fully engaged at this level in his life.
They look at each other from across the room, and you can tell, I guess, at that moment they're supposed to fall in love, and everything stops, everything's silent for about a minute.
They have an incredibly huge moment on stage. At one point, there is very little left to the imagination. Some, fortunately.
All of a sudden, they go for it.
It's extremely, extremely sexy. It's steamy up there. I don't smoke, but I feel like I need a cigarette and have a drink, because it was very, very hot on that stage.
They end up in this relationship, kind of going behind the father's back, and he has no clue whatsoever. He kind of seems like he's getting old and a little losing it.
The father tells her, well, she gives him a son, a new son, that he'll leave her the farm. So there's a question whether or not she has this relationship with Eben in order to produce that son to get the farm, or whether it's really love.
Brian Dennehy was great. I mean, he played the role that I feel like he was, born to play, the father, really, strong and rough, and, expects a lot and very challenging, and I don't know. It was just I guess I don't want to say typical, but but he was very good.
He plays the role well, which means you don't really like him very much. You can't get any sympathy for him because he's a stinker.
Pablo Schreiber played Eben, and he was great.
He also is a very, very good actor. He did a very good job with the part.
I thought Carla Gugino was a wonderful Abby.
Carla Gugino was fantastic. First of all, I always thought she was one of the most beautiful actresses out there. I don't think she gets a lot of credit out in Hollywood for some reason. I think she's gorgeous. I really liked her in this role. I thought she was great.
She was magnificent. She was really very, very... The performers were wonderful.
This is a drama with a capital D, this play. The set in itself is drama. It's very oppressive, which goes with what's going on stage. It was a brilliant set, I felt.
At the beginning, I was bored. There was the whole conversation going on with the 3 brothers, and I found myself thinking about what I was doing tonight and how I was going to get to the restaurant and things like that. And then I had to stop myself and go, whoa, I've really got to pay attention. I really had a hard time paying attention at the beginning, but I feel like once Abby and the father came in onto the stage, I got really into it, and from that point on, I was not bored the rest of the time.
I thought the dialect was a little too broad at times. In the very beginning, when with Eben and his two brothers, I had a terrible struggle trying to sort it all out.
The topic matter was old and dated, and there was nothing very happy or enjoyable in it. The enjoyable part of this show is watching the performers ply their craft, which they did quite well.
I loved the set. I loved the performances. I had never seen a Eugene O'Neill play, and I am very happy that I had that opportunity. I found it a very riveting theatrical experience. I enjoyed it.
I don't think I'd tell my friends to go see this. I just feel like from my group of friends, I feel like there's so many other shows right now that they'd enjoy more.
My daughter, who is an actress and who loves all this, I will tell her to see it because the performances are great. My friends who want to go out and be entertained for a night, I'll say, see something else.
I will tell people to see this play if they want to see drama that they can understand for the most part, dialect aside. It's there in living color. It's certainly, you can't miss what's going on. It's not subtle, but it's very human, and that is something to be desired under the elms. You know.
Kiss me. Don't you leave me, but can't you see? It ain't enough loving you like a ma, can't you see? It's got to be that and then more, much more, 100 times more for me to be happy, for you to be happy.